Let me check my Facebook status. Let me pet my little cat.
Hello, little cat.
Hey, what's up? This is OG Worpspeed, 85 from the Dark Knights, Droppin Knowledge Crew, DK. We're here in Southgate, where it all began. I started the crew back in the day with my brother. We lived on San Anselmo. We used to hit the buses right here on Truba, right before they passed or when they turned. We used to hit all down this street, so follow me on this journey. So this is one of the main spots right here. See, as you see, these cars are stopped. The 117 bus would come through here, and it would be here for a long time because of this light. So we would be right there, kind of where the crossing guard is. We'd be on the other side of that fence and then pop out and just kill both sides because it's a little small street for a big bus to be going down. So this is definitely a spot. Truba and Tweety, legendary. Truba and Tweety. I'm not sure if the 117 goes through here anymore because this high school wasn't here back in those days. It was a big empty lot. Playing here one time, seen a cop coming down here, and it was about maybe 11 at night, almost 12. I was underage, so I walked up to these little apartments right here, these little doors, and I kind of like fake knocked, went into my pockets, acting like I was looking for my keys. And luckily he just passed right by. He looked at me, he just kept moving. Probably figured I lived here, but you gotta have them little survival instincts, you know, when you're in the middle of doing some crazy illegal shit. And then after school we'd come through here, and then like I said, we would come and then we'd hide behind here and catch the spots right here. Sometimes we would ride the back of the grill from Jordan to here. Free ride. This is our spot right here. This is the bus killing beginnings, and after that we took it even further. But this is how we started off. This is how we start getting up. So we're right here where Imperial meets Martin Luther King, right by the Tom. These little streets, the buses would lay over and actually turn off, and the bus driver would go and have lunch or whatever. And there was one time I was finished catching the bus and I'm walking down the street, and right here down Imperial, Martin Luther King, I mean, this dude just stopped his car in the middle of the road, jumped out, left his girlfriend in there, and ran up to me with a pistol on his waist. And he was like, "Fuck the rude boys," and he was thinking I was from some gang and shit. And I was just like, "Nah, man, I don't gangbang, I'm a writer." All right. And then his girlfriend saved my life. She actually ran out to the passenger side, ran up to him, put her arms around him, hugged him. No, that's not him. That's not the guy you're thinking of. That's not him. And I was like, "Dude, I don't gangbang." He goes, "Stop ranking it, homie. You know, I know you're from the neighborhood." And I kept telling him, I'm a tagger. I pulled out my graffiti stuff. I go, "I write." And then he was like, "All right, whatever, fuck the rude boy." He walked away, jumped back in his car, left, and I continued on my way. We walked here. We actually used to have meetings here with the other crew, CLK, at the burger place right here all the time. I ran into him eventually because, like I said, this is my area where I would be hitting all the time. We always catch the buses. So it's a well-known spot where Imperial meets Martin Luther King layovers. So the crew, my crew, Dark Knights, like the reason why I started actually investing more time into it because this meeting spot we used to have mandatory meetings at the Tom's Burgers right here for CLK. They literally had mandatory meetings. If you didn't show up to the meetings, you got the boot. And one meeting I forgot the reason why I missed, but I missed it. And I was like, shit, I guess I'm out. I never went back to confirm or nothing. I never talked to them about it. And you know, come to find out 30 years later that I actually didn't get the boot. It was just, they were just trying to get people to come to the meeting. That's why I started investing more into the crew. So we ended up expanding from Southgate and Linwood to all these little bus spots. We ended up going to Pico Rivera because my aunt lived out there, and I got my cousin in. My cousin and my brother started getting people in Pico Rivera, and we expanded and got humongous out there. And then from there, I moved to San Bernardino like maybe 10 years later, started it out there with another crew called TSL, the Street Legends. And they kind of got integrated with us. So to this day, it's still popping. There's still so many members I haven't even met yet. It's still going on from a little duplex house in Southgate to now. It's still popping into legacy. I consider myself more of a bus rider because the buses is where I got to travel everywhere, to Belmont tunnels, you know, to the yards we'll be piecing, and that's where you met other riders. I remember that's how I met a lot of people from different crews. And yeah, we were well known for killing, and that's the only reason why you won't see any old landmarks of me hitting the streets, because I was more of a freeway bus killer. And some riders kind of have specialties, and that was kind of my thing. I wasn't really about the street spots. I did a few, but most of it was the bus kill. And then I got into music and stuff, and you know, doing hip hop. So that's kind of like the reason why I strayed away from it. We have every kind of rider in our crew. We got piecers, we got people from other crews that are still in it. You know, we got bus killers. So yeah, it's a pretty wide crew, a wide range of people. you know, we're mixed up in every city, so you're eventually going to run into one of us. So I just wanted to break down the original reason why I created DK. It was probably 88, 89 inch. First, when I was in Southgate, started writing this crew OTR, and come to find out there's an original OTR already existed. So I was like, you know, we got to think of something different, stands out. And my first thought was Devious Kings. I just like the way it sounded. And I was like, you know what, we could be the first 4-letter crew. So I started writing DVSK on a paper. It kind of looked cool. Me and my brothers all agreed, but they were like, that's kind of long, you know what I'm saying? There was another crew called King Artists of Style, Chaos. And I was like, wait, that's not original. They're already a 4-letter crew. So I was like, you know what, Devious Kings, let's just, the first, the D and the K, boom. And my brother was like, yeah, that sounds cool, like, you know, Dope Kings. And then we started thinking of names, Dropping Knowledge, and then boom, it was born. And we were actually the first 2-letter crew in that area of Southgate. I'd never seen no other 2-letter crews, so we were trying to be different, trying to stand out. So that was the whole reason for the D and the K. That's kind of a little small history of the Dropping Knowledge crew. This is Worpspeed 1 from the Dark Nights, one of the originators, Ace.